Sandy. Today I want to talk about something that you don't see too much on YouTube, and that is autoimmune illnesses. Now, many times women in their 50s or 60s, all of a sudden, perhaps after they've gone through menopause or while they're going through menopause, they do seem to get sometimes autoimmune illnesses right out of the blue. And I really know what I'm talking about, because in 2004 here in South Beach I ran a Lance Armstrong 5K race, and I came in third, and I was 65 years old. I was a vegetarian. I always exercised. I tried to take care of myself every way possible. But in August of that year, one morning I woke up and I could hardly get out of bed. Every single muscle in my body ached, but they not only ached, they were becoming weak. By 11:30 in the morning, I really thought that someone had pulled the plug out of my energy and everything had drained from my body. I knew something really was so wrong with me. Well, the doctors that I went to really weren't sure. I was tested for lupus and all other kind of illness, and everything came back negative. And I finally came back to Florida and went to a rheumatologist here at Jackson Memorial Hospital. He was the head of the lupus research department, and he diagnosed me with an illness that hits women over 50 mostly, more than men, and it comes out of the blue overnight, and that's what happened to me. But it's called polymyalgia rheumatica. They call it PMR. I found myself with PMR overnight. The doctor put me on 10 milligrams of prednisone. I had never taken prednisone before in my life. And within a week, my face blew up like a blowfish. I have a round face anyway. And during the course of the first year that I took the prednisone, I gained at least 10 or 15 pounds. And I hated myself. I really hated the way I look. I felt fat. I had to, buy clothes a size larger. And wherever we went, my muscles ached. I didn't want to complain. I always had to walk slower than everybody else. And when I sat down in a chair, I tried to not make a spectacle of myself, but I couldn't even lift myself up out of a chair. That's how weak I was. I had to take my arms and lift myself up because my legs were weak. Out of the blue, this happened to me. Well, I had this illness for 6 years. I was pumped up on prednisone for 6 years. And then finally, one day, I woke up 6 years later, and it was gone. And that was 7 years ago. I am in good shape and probably will never ever have a recurrence of that again. One of my Saturday videos, I included a photo shoot of me. The Arthritis Today found out about me. They asked if they could do an article about me and my condition. So they came from New York and did a photo shoot on the New Jersey beach, Sandy Hook, near us. And I didn't think too much about it at the time. 3 months later, when the article came out in Arthritis Today, I was mortified. I looked like a blowfish. I looked fat, and nothing that I could wear could hide my prednisone puff. And it was at that time I realized that what was on the outside may be there forever, but what was on the inside was much better than what was on the outside. I had not changed as a person. I was still the same person, and all the people that were my friends and my family and my loved ones, they didn't care. It was just my ego that was keeping me from enjoying my life to the fullest. It was a great wake-up call to me. Of course, I was happy 6 years later when I went into remission and I went off the prednisone, and I came back to my normal size and my normal round face. But I am just one example of you can't let an autoimmune illness define who you are. My daughter, who is a flight attendant, recently was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis, an autoimmune illness. Hers is not going to go away. She just will have to adapt her lifestyle to her illness. She was on methotrexate for a while. That seemed to be working, and now it's not working that well, so she just started on a biologic. And she really is terrified because the side effects are not so great. But she is trying to do everything she can to keep exercising, to try to lose the weight that she gained when she was taking methotrexate, and to eat right. She's on the paleo diet, but she is now putting up her own channel where she talks about her experiences in flying, and when she goes, what type of things she gets. She's a great makeup person. She knows all kinds of things about makeup, and really is quite a brilliant girl, even though I'm her mother, I'm allowed to say that. But she is going to be touching on her own struggle with her autoimmune illness. I know there are a lot of you out there. I was one of you, because at the time I built a website all about PMR because I could not find very much information about it, only one Mayo Clinic study that I could find. But through that website, I have made friends that are now my friends on Facebook. So even though I have never met them, they will be my forever friends, because we all at one time were afflicted with an autoimmune illness. My advice to you is forget your outer shell right now. Remember, you are still who you are inside. Try to exercise and eat right, do research, and surround yourself with positive people, with people who love you for who you are and know who you are. Follow the doctor's orders and try to be positive. Try not to get depressed. Don't give up, because they're always finding new cures every day, and they are finding medicines that will help you cope with your autoimmune illness. That is my short talk today. It might not be very popular with clicks on YouTube, but I really feel that I had to reach out to everyone, because at one time, as I said, I was a victim of an autoimmune illness. So I know how you feel, I know how you're struggling, but I don't want you to give up hope. The main thing I think that's really important is to keep your positive connections around you. Eliminate all the negative people in your life. Eliminate, if you can, all the negative things in your life, and try to march forward knowing that you will be able to have a life and that you're not alone. Thank you for watching. I hope this has helped someone out there, because when I needed it, it wasn't there. Have a great day.